Hey everybody,
Hey there, everybody.
it's Sam C and Bobby D, and welcome to Cubbage Critiques, the show and or segment where we critique anything.
That's right. You'll be
Yep.
surprised what we're going to critique today.
Yes, absolutely. And we are sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can follow Vibrant Souls on Instagram, and you can email Vibrant Souls at vibrantsouls@gmail.com.
That is correct.
So we are going to get into it. We're going to have a little bit of good information for you guys.
That's right.
As well. So stay tuned. This edition of Cubbage Critiques begins in just a matter of moments.
Yes.
So stay tuned, right, Bobby D?
Stay tuned.
All right. Welcome back to Cubbage Critiques. We're glad that you are here. And make sure you subscribe to our channel as well. We greatly appreciate it.
That is correct.
And also, hello to our new subscribers that found us by way of our shorts.
That's exactly right. We like putting out these fun, wild, and crazy shorts, just random. If you haven't had the chance to yet, go and check out our shorts, especially the ones from New York. You'll get a kick out of them.
I know we did.
Yep, that's true.
But Cubbage Critiques, today we are going to talk about Juneteenth, which is actually today.
That is correct.
And 4th of July, which is forthcoming.
Absolutely.
So Juneteenth
like
versus 4th of
again.
Huh?
You look like you're sitting low again.
I'm sitting low? No.
Yep. That's okay. That makes me look tall.
How's that?
That's good.
Wow, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so Juneteenth versus 4th of July.
Yes.
So,
well, I do believe the 4th of July. Well, I don't know which one should go first since it is Juneteenth right now. Should we speak on Juneteenth? However, 4th of July technically came first.
Maybe we'll do 4th of July first and then switch over to, and there's no right or wrong to that either, but just because Juneteenth is the newly acquired holiday, in a sense.
True.
Even though it shouldn't have been, but
right.
Yeah. Right. So 4th of July, known as Independence Day. American holidays celebrating the adoption of the Declaration of Independence of 1776. The document declared the 13 American colonies independent from British rule, marking the birth of the U.S. as a nation. It's a day for commemorating the nation's founding and celebrating the ideals of freedom and self-governance. So, in a more detailed explanation, and again, you can find all these on Google and other different sites, just in case you're wondering, wow, you're really smart. You know all this stuff now. Anyway.
You sort of do.
Well, I sort of do. I should. So the Declaration of Independence, the core event for July 4th, is the Continental Congress's adoption of the Declaration of Independence, which happened on July 4th, 1776. This document articulated the reasons for the colony's separation from Great Britain, emphasizing principles of liberty and self-determination. Also, the Declaration marked the formal beginning of the United States as a sovereign nation, separate from British rule. The 4th of July is a celebration of the nation's freedom and independence, symbolizing the ideals of liberty and self-governance that are central to American identity. It's a day for various patriotic festivities, including fireworks, parades, concerts, and family gatherings. And also, it's a federal holiday. For
Right.
those of you who didn't know,
Mhm.
4th of July became a federal holiday in the United States, first as an unpaid holiday for federal workers. Let me repeat that. It started off first as an unpaid holiday for federal workers in 1870,
Mm.
and later as a paid holiday in 1938.
Mm.
So that's a little bit of background on the 4th of July. And again, it talked, like I said, the fireworks. And of course, I can throw in all the barbecues and the fireworks, the barbecues, and all the other places you can go to see the fireworks on 4th of July.
That is correct.
So that's the 4th of July. Now we'll get into Juneteenth, because today is Juneteenth, and we'll see what Bobby D has in store for us.
Well, of course, Juneteenth is celebrated today, June 19th, commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States. Now, this is what's interesting. It's a federal holiday now, officially named Juneteenth, National Independence Day, marking the day in 1865 when Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, to announce that the Civil War was over and enslaved people were free. This day is significant because it signifies the end of slavery, although it was over 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Wow.
So the folks in Texas didn't even realize that the enslaved folks didn't even realize that they were free.
Wow.
Until at least 2 years after.
Wow.
However, which is very interesting that we do, celebrate the 4th of July, and that was 1776, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is 1865. So I just always found that kind of interesting. Celebrations for Juneteenth with various activities, including parades, festivals, educational events, family gatherings, and religious services. It's a day to reflect the past, celebrate the progress made, and acknowledge the ongoing fight for equality and justice for all.
Which I definitely agree with.
That's right. And being that those freedoms and liberties are being tested and judged right now, it's even more important to celebrate all of these things. So
I agree.
Yes. So we thought that, sort of a critique, but more of a
informative, if you will. But you can't really compare one. You can't say even though you can't say Juneteenth versus 4th of July, because they're two separate holidays. But the fact that me personally, and I'm sure you and a lot of us, a lot of our friends and family, we're just so happy that now Juneteenth is being acknowledged ever since 4 years ago now. So, and it's something that we can all celebrate, because and it's not just about everybody can celebrate Juneteenth, and you see everybody is celebrating Juneteenth because they're happy to have another day off, or another holiday, if you will.
People like holidays.
Yeah, people
and
like holidays.
Like to party.
Yes. So that just added another holiday right into the summertime, right at the beginning, right before summer, really.
Right.
So you got 2 holidays. Is that 2 holidays in the spring?
Let me see.
Yeah. Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, Memorial
and
Day.
And Juneteenth.
But if you think about it, spring is
because Juneteenth is still in spring. At least this year it is.
Technically tomorrow, or the summer solstice kind of happens in between the 20th and the 21st. So actually, I could look up and see the exact time that the summer is beginning.
For this year?
For this year, yes.
Okay.
Summer solstice. Oh, see?
Friday
night. So tomorrow night, 10:42 p.m.
PM.
If you're still awake, if you're still awake, at 10:42 p.m., we will be entering the summer solstice. And it actually kind of signifies the longest day and shortest night when the summer solstice comes. Because then the sad thing is that after the day after is when it starts getting
shorter.
Yes.
Yeah.
The days took it, but only by a few seconds. So that's a good thing. So
we won't talk about that yet.
We won't talk about that.
We're still going to have some fun. Summer is on the way.
Yes.
The summer solstice starts soon. And, happy Juneteenth to everybody.
Yes. Yes.
To each and every one of you.
Yes. So we hope that you are celebrating Juneteenth in some form or fashion, whether it's a party, something inspirational, something informational.
Taking time of remembrance.
Absolutely. And just learning more about it. We were watching someone yesterday who actually said that Juneteenth technically didn't happen in the town that he's from.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he said he was part Chickasaw Indian or Native American.
Right.
And technically it didn't reach, which I'm going to have to research a little more on that. But it didn't technically reach the Chickasaw natives until like December of that year. So still, it was slowly making, the information was very slow getting to all the states that no slavery is no more. And of course, obviously, they didn't have the technology that we did, that we do.
Yeah.
So do what you can to learn about Juneteenth and find out more.
Yeah. So you can find out more. We're going to go old school here. You can find out at your local libraries.
That's true.
I think you can.
You can.
When's the last time I said that? And then, of course, you can go all the different websites. You can Google, and there's things beyond Google, even things that we just discovered. Like, is this legit?
Right.
But, you can find all kinds of things on the web now. So, did I say the web? So you can, so you can just find all kinds of things. Yeah, really. So you can find all kinds of things out there. You'd be surprised. But definitely, don't forget about Juneteenth. It is just as important as the 4th of July. They are both important holidays in American history and for all of us.
That is correct.
Okay, so do your due diligence and make sure you learn about Juneteenth, 4th of July, and, don't combine them both because they're not the same holiday.
Right. That is correct.
But they are very important holidays in American history. So make sure you remember that.
Sounds good.
Again, happy Juneteenth to each and every one of you. Like Bobby D said, go out and do something fun if you can.
Do something positive.
If not, I'm sure you got the weekend to do it.
That's right.
So I'm sure people will be celebrating Juneteenth all week.
Yeah, they actually
all weekend long.
All weekend long, absolutely.
So there you go.
Absolutely. So enjoy. And we hope that we gave you some great information that hopefully put a spark in you and hopefully inspired you to go and learn more. We certainly hope so. So thank you so much for joining us today for this Cubbage Critiques. Have an amazing Juneteenth, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.